Hey, everybody. You're tuned in to the Plug Network Online. This is your girl, Farron Kia, the host of our show, Lounite, where we talk all things Louisville community and how we can build a stronger, better community together. I have with me Armelle. Hi, Armelle.
Hi.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
So, Armelle, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, I am one of the Future Ancestors executive directors. I am the social media director. I am 18 years old, like you had said. I just finished out my freshman year at JCTC with a degree in associative arts because I'm just not really sure what I want to do right now.
That's okay.
Just like every other college student right now. But was originally born in Kinshasa, Congo. I am one of 7 kids. I am now the oldest in the home, so I'm like the manager of the house, the second mom, as you would say. But yeah, that's a little bit about me right there.
Okay, 6 other siblings.
Yes.
So you take care of everybody.
Just about.
So I bet it made it easier becoming one of the executive directors of Future Ancestors.
Yes, it does. Taking on the responsibility of kind of managing and taking care of everybody when my mom was at work really helped me like ease into the role, and it didn't feel like so much pressure because I was already used to taking care of things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did Future Ancestors start?
Yeah, so the Future Ancestors started as a part of the Justice Now initiative that was started as the JCPS school. And it first started out right after the peak of the pandemic. So we started out as an online virtual kind of group, and most of them were recommended by teachers. At this time, I wasn't a member of the group. I joined later on, but they wanted, they initially created this group right after COVID, like I said, and they met virtually. They set up things. After COVID ended, they turned it into a class, and through that class, we were able to create the Future Ancestors Club. Future Ancestors actually comes from one of our past members, Alayla. She created that name to represent that we wanted a better future. We wanted to create a better future than our ancestors did, kind of. So it's a really cool rhyme on words right there. But yeah, the Future Ancestors started as a way for us, Black women, most of us were Black women in the group, to have a space of our own to really do something to bring awareness to issues like Breonna Taylor and other issues that we were passionate about, and create that safe place for other kids that look like us that just didn't have that safe place at that time.
2020 was a rough year.
Yes, it was.
So since you're 18 now, you're about 15 then.
Yes.
What was that like for you? The atmosphere, the environment. What was life like you for that at that time?
Yeah, it was super scary, super lonely, I would say. At that time, I had just moved to Louisville, and it was right after the pandemic. So I was stuck in my room and just watching the news, and it was just super lonely and scary. And I think some of my most confirmative years were built in that room watching the news, and a lot of my passions were built right there. And that's when I find my passions for public speaking and creating change and going up to the man basically and saying, hey, we want some changes and we're gonna make sure it happens basically. So 2020 was I would say a life-changing year for me in every aspect of my life. I mean, obviously I grew as a young woman, but specifically as a Black woman, it just made me want to do more for the community and do more for other little Black girls like me.
Wow. That's amazing. Because you're so young, and especially back even then at 15.
Yeah.
There are probably so many people your age who, because of everything that was going on, they probably spent a lot of time just being on social media, doom scrolling the whole time.
Yeah.
But you and your group of, were you all friends at the time or just kind of classmates? How did that work out?
Actually, we were all recommended by teachers, so most of us didn't really know each other. We became friends through the program. I would actually say we did become like a family through the class because of the work that we were doing was so much emotional, so much passion behind it that you had no choice but to become great friends with these people. And obviously to this day we're all still really good friends. So,
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
2020, it was a lot. A lot was going on during that year. So for you all to come together and to say, we really want justice and we want people to listen to us because your voices deserve to be heard. And so I'm really, I'm so proud of you all. That's amazing that you all were able to do that.
Yeah.
What else do you want us to know? Anything about Justice for Now or about the Future Ancestors, the beginnings, how everything started in?
Yeah, so when we first started, we had went through a lot of trying to figure out what to do, And the thought of a race, we've never obviously like planned out a race. We were a bunch of like high schoolers. We had jobs. We never planned out a race. And I think we kind of didn't realize how much work it was going to be. I would say how much of emailing and calling and a lot of no's and a lot of doors being closed. But I would say the beginning stages is really like was so needed. Like hearing those no's and hearing people like not believing us and hearing like the rejections really built us and made us even go a lot stronger. And we built such an amazing relationship with the Louisville Urban League. They gave us their facilities to use after we were told that we didn't have a race permit, which was what we originally wanted, was to do a full-on marathon race around downtown Louisville, to really bring some light to it, to because like that area of Louisville is looked down upon so much. We wanted to make people realize like this side of town is just as good as any side of town, and just because the news paints it out to be something else, it doesn't have to be like that. But yeah, I think having us together as a collective really helped us, because it was such a mental warfare, I would say, to fight through it all the time. But having a group that was so passionate about it helped keep pushing this idea, and we were all so we believed in it, and I believe in this more than anything. So it helped us keep grounded and just staying kind of tunnel vision and remembering that as long as we had a race somewhere, it didn't matter, because we have to start somewhere. So as long as we had one.
All right, amazing. We're going to go ahead and take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we'll hear even more about Justice for Now and Future Ancestors from Armelle. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey, everybody, welcome back. I have with me Armelle, one of the executive directors for Future Ancestors. So, Armelle, you mentioned that you all were going to be having a race, and you said that the reason for your race is that you really wanted people to know that the west end of Louisville is just as good as every part of Louisville. Just because everyone doesn't have the same resources and doesn't have everything that looks the exact same does not make it any worse or any better than anywhere else. So tell us a little bit more about the race and who's going to be involved in that and what it looks like.
Yeah, so the race is going to be held at the Louisville Urban League facilities. It's going to start at 8 a.m. and it's going to end at 2 p.m. So we're going to have runners register, and you're going to run 26 laps around the outside perimeter of the outside track. And the 26 laps is to signify Breonna Taylor's life, because she was 26 years old when she died. And we're also going to have group relays, so you can come join in a group of 4 or more, and you guys can split up the event and run that way. The race is going to be held June 17th of this year at the Louisville Urban League from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. The actual race itself will probably end around 12 p.m., but afterwards we're going to have a community event where we're going to have guest speakers, booths of other Black-owned and other Louisville-owned businesses there to share their work and to create a safe community space. We're going to have food trucks there as well, and it's going to be just the overall fun and overall fun. Oh my gosh.
It's just a fun time.
Just a fun time for the
community.
community.
Have a good time.
Yeah.
So I'll actually be there on the 17th. I'm going to be one of the vendors.
I am so excited.
I'm excited to see you. So we're going to have, it sounds like we're having like a really big community party.
Basically, with a little bit of running in the front, but yeah, basically that.
Yeah, so running 26 laps because of Breonna Taylor.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so on March 13th, 2020, Breonna Taylor was brutally murdered by the Louisville Metro Police Department. Yeah. And so you all are doing this in her honor.
Yes, we are.
Oh, wow. Do you know if any of the family will be there?
Yes. As of right now, Breonna Taylor's mom and her sister are going to be there the same way that they were last year, and they're probably going to speak as well.
Oh,
So, yes.
wow. So how's that been, planning, organizing that? How's that been for you?
It's been this year. This is our second year running this. I don't know if I mentioned this,
Oh,
but
wow.
this year has been a lot more chaotic because it took us a while to really get things going and to renew everything again this year. But right now, there's more of us this time around. There's about 11 members this time, so the workload is not as much, and we've already built these community relationship, and we've already established relationships with a bunch of our partners as well. So this time around has been a little bit more easygoing because we kind of know the routes and the in and outs of it a little bit more. And the Louisville Urban League has also given us their facilities for the second time this year around. So this really given us so much more of a chance to plan something more structured. Yes.
Yeah. So year 2, that's amazing. All
Yes.
right. Well, Armelle, thank you so much. So join us on June 17th at the Norton's Learning Sports Center on Muhammad Ali Boulevard for Future Ancestors Race for Justice for Breonna Taylor. We'll see you then. All right, Armelle. So we've talked about the race and everything going on with that. And you told us that you're working with the Louisville Urban League. Are there any other community partners that will be with us that day?
Yes, we're actually working with CTCC, which is Change Today, Change Tomorrow, ACLU, and the 3003 Project.
Okay, and what all will you all be doing together?
Yes, so basically,
They'll be there. Will they set up booths?
yes, they'll be there and they'll set up their own booths to talk more about their organizations and spread the word about that. And a representative from each and every organization is going to have the chance to be a guest speaker as well.
That's amazing. So we'll get to learn even more about community resources
Yes,
that we
will.
have here in Louisville.
Mm-hmm.
And so people coming to the event, you'll get to have firsthand conversations with these people to learn exactly about what resources they provide. And not only that, you'll get to support the future ancestors.
Who doesn't want to do that?
So then I know that you mentioned that people get to run in the race, but if someone's not able to run, are there other ways where they can be involved in the race for justice on June 17th?
Yes, I myself, I am not a runner, so I will be walking, and you guys can come and join us. Walk, run, skip, hop, whatever you feel comfortable doing. And if you don't want to do either or, you can do a virtual run, which is basically you donating and you running with us online instead. Or you could just donate if you're just not a runner and just come to the event. That's also an option as well.
So the way you all started out virtually, people can, when you all started Future Ancestors, people can go ahead and be a part of this event virtually as well.
Ma'am.
What will that look like? Do they just kind of get on the website, or how will they do that?
Yeah, so the event is going to be live streamed, so they'll be able to watch the runners run, so they can also run with them, or they can just kind of watch from their comfort of their own beds. So yeah.
Okay, that's good. And then with your community partners, are you raising money for some specific organizations? How is that working for you all?
Yeah, so basically with all the money that we raise, we split it up evenly between our partners. And this year we obviously have 3, so we be split 3-way. And after the cost of our running the event, all the money that we have that are donated from any partners or regular people will be split between the organizations, and they will be used on their own, basically.
Okay. How do people donate if they want to? If they don't want to participate in the virtual run or the actual physical run, and they may not be able to come that day, are there other ways that people can be involved or they can donate?
Yeah, so if you just go to our website, thefutureancestors.org, you will be able to click the link that says donate, and you put a certain amount that you want to donate, and it will go just to the race, and which will eventually go to our partners as well.
And after the race, are there other ways that people can support Future Ancestors?
Yeah, so you guys can always post, comment, reshare, tell your people about us, because we are going to have this event annually. So if you want to post, reshare, reach out to us personally to work with us more, or just anything like that will be really helpful too.
All right, thank you so much.
Yeah,
and Armelle, can you tell us a little bit about where we can find you and anything about Future Ancestors if we just wanted to have more information?
Yeah, so you can go to our Instagram page at the Future Ancestor 502, or our Twitter 502 Future Ancestors, and we also have TikTok Future Ancestors 502.
And what if we wanted to find you specifically? Where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram at _Armelle _. Yeah. Or you can email me, Armelle Bondonga, which is ARMELLEBONDONGA04
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And is there anything else you would like us to know about yourself, Future Ancestors, or the Race for Justice that's coming up?
One thing I would say is that this event is not just for young people. This is for people that just want a safe place in Louisville and want to create a better Louisville and leave a mark. Come join us and come support us, because young people are the future. So come support us and help us keep this race going annually.
All right. Well, you heard it here first at the Plug Network Online. Armelle is letting you all know that on June 17th, you can support the Race for Justice from the Future Ancestors. But also, if you log on to any of their website, any of their social media sites, you can support them in many different ways, not just on June 17th. You can support them in all kinds of ways. So make sure that you're liking, commenting, and sharing everything that they have, and we'll see you all on June 17th.